This situation cannot be ignored. Golden State Warriors player Jonathan Kuminga suffered another ankle injury tonight, just as the team was beginning to find its rhythm. Steph Curry is performing well, and Brandon PSKY is setting new personal records. I will discuss everything that happened in today's win over San Antonio and the latest news regarding Kuminga. Before we proceed, it's essential to stay tuned for the updates. Today, the Warriors secured an impressive 148-106 victory over the Spurs. Let's talk about Jonathan Kuminga's injury update, as I have some relevant information to share, so stay tuned. But first, it's time to celebrate the good news happening within the Warriors universe, especially because the starting lineup, often criticized, finally started to shine. This lineup, which is frequently targeted for its size, had an exceptional first quarter. They came out with a lot of energy, and this combination, though often doubted, now has an 11-0 record with Steph, Brandon PSKY, Jimmy Butler, and Moses Moody playing in the fourth position, which is truly remarkable. Draymond Green completes the lineup in the fifth position. That lineup finally did its job, scoring 44 points in the first quarter. They played at high speed, and Jimmy Butler shone from the start. I was quite critical of him in the last game, as he didn't show up in the first half. Many people commented on his performance, but he really was absent against New Orleans, resulting in an early deficit. However, in this game, he decided to make a difference, was extremely active, and scored the first points with a dunk in transition, also recording steals. The whole team stepped onto the court with intensity and focus, and the Warriors achieved this performance in the first quarter without Steph making a single shot until about 7 minutes into the game. He eventually made his first basket and had a decent performance, but the team didn't need much from him as Brandon PSKY, Moses Moody, and the others were in great form. It's also important to highlight the defense. They limited the Spurs to just 17 points in the second quarter, which was an impressive showing. It was rewarding to finally witness that level of performance, although there is some concern about Jonathan Kuminga's injury, which we will address shortly. For now, let's analyze the game's numbers. I need to zoom in because it's hard to read. Now, much better. Notice how none of the starters had to play more than 30 minutes, thanks to the team's efficiency. Moses Moody shot 7-11 from the field, finally breaking out of a negative phase, where he had only made 6 of 32 three-point attempts in his last 6 games, with a percentage below 18%. It was great to see him overcome that obstacle, hitting 3 of 6 from three-point range. Brandon PSKY also had an extraordinary night, hitting 7 of 9 from long range, demonstrating efficiency in his performance. The team had just 12 turnovers, showing their ability to take care of the ball, a characteristic that was evident throughout the game. Jimmy Butler was perfect at the free throw line, which is encouraging considering he's had struggles in that area recently. Overall, it was an impressive victory, and the highlight was seeing players who usually only play in blowouts. The last time we found ourselves in a similar situation, things didn't go as expected, but this time the story was different, and we finally got to see Kevin Knox on the court for 12 minutes. It was truly impressive to witness an outstanding win by the team, with the highlight being the performance of players who came off the bench, those who usually only play in blowout situations. The last time they were in a similar situation, things didn't go well, but this time the result was positive. We had the chance to see one player on the court for 12 minutes, while another played almost the entire fourth quarter, which was amazing. One player didn't need many minutes, as he had a tough night shooting, hitting only 1 of 6 three-point attempts, but his presence wasn't as essential. Additionally, there was another player whom many fans were eagerly waiting to see more time on the court. He came in during the final moments and showed why he is so important to the team. His ability to score and finish near the basket was evident, with several assists leading to dunks, showing the athletic level expected from him. It was extremely gratifying to watch everyone contribute, with so many positive aspects of the game, culminating in an impressive victory. When comparing the last 7 games to today's, the difference is remarkable. The team scored 148 points in this game, while in the previous games, the average was only 105. The field goal percentage was nearly 60%, more than 25% higher than what had been presented in recent games. The three-point shooting percentage, which had been abnormally low at 32%, skyrocketed to nearly 47%, almost half of their attempts. This was exactly the type of performance the players needed, a truly fantastic game. It's impressive to note that several season records were set tonight, with a total of 148 points, a season high in assists with 42, as well as 17 steals, which is also a season record, not to mention the 34 points in transition, another season high. The team hadn't reached such a high score in a game since 2022. It's truly admirable. The last time they faced the Spurs, a 17-point lead was lost, resulting in a 104-94 loss in November, which was a disappointing game. Another matchup against the Spurs is scheduled for April 9th, one of the last games of the season. It's worth mentioning that the Spurs are playing with a reduced roster, missing key players, but this victory was exactly what was needed. The previous matchup was an unpleasant game, and the next one against the Spurs is another crucial match. Yes, it's a weakened team, with key players missing. It's important to approach this realistically, but what happened today was exactly what was desired, and it was accomplished. However, there is a significant concern, as Jonathan Kuminga, after showing energy and willingness in the previous game against New Orleans, where he stood out in fundamentals like rebounding and defense, had an efficient performance. Tonight, against the Pelicans, there were hopes of seeing him repeat that performance, signaling that he was getting ready for the playoffs. Unfortunately, he suffered an injury during the second quarter. At the time, he tried to drive and fell on his tailbone, injuring himself. At first glance, the injury seemed similar to another player's who also fell, but the update revealed that he re-injured his right ankle, the same ankle that kept him out for 31 games this season. After returning recently, he's hurt again. Various reports indicate that he was taken off due to ankle pain, while another suggests it was a sprain. The situation is being monitored as new information emerges, but it seems he will be re-evaluated tomorrow, and more details on the severity of the injury should be released. This is potentially devastating news. Regardless of personal opinions about his role on the team, whether he fits into the lineup or will play a role in the playoffs, the fact is that the team is better with his presence. He may not be a starter, but he's a valuable asset off the bench, especially when he's in good form. Therefore, this situation will be evaluated day by day, avoiding overreactions or excessive excitement. The concerns are understandable, coming from a genuine place of apprehension. New Orleans, we need to take each day calmly, without being carried away by emotions or excessive optimism. I am often criticized for maintaining a pessimistic view in situations like this, but the truth is that I am worried and anxious about the current season, as I see this may be the last opportunity for a key player to win a title. The margin for error is very small, and losing a player at this point in the season, especially with the playoffs approaching, is not favorable for the team. So, I hope we can take it day by day and that he will return to the court, but only time will tell. Injuries continue to be a major obstacle for the group. I am apprehensive about this situation and would like to hear your opinion. Do you think this player will be out for an extended period? Do you think the team will be at a disadvantage without him? Or will they perform better? Many people have commented that the team seems to be playing better without him in its current version, especially with another player in great form. Interestingly, when he returned, the team seemed to show a slight decline, but that is not my perspective. I do not attribute this drop to his performance. I believe it has more to do with the coach's responsibility and the fact that the team was not starting games well or shooting effectively. I don't blame him for that, but I would like to know what you think as this situation is unfolding towards the end of the season. The current standings show that we received support from another team that lost earlier. Before the game, we moved from 7th to 6th place, while the other team dropped to 8th. Now, we're just one win away from a team we will face soon, making this matchup even more relevant in our quest for a better position in the standings. The team really fell to 8th place after the most recent loss, meaning we are just one game behind the opponent we'll face in the next game. This matchup is crucial as we pursue the 5th spot, currently held by another team. That team has suffered 2 consecutive losses and seems disorganized after changes in the coaching staff, making it vulnerable. We have an excellent opportunity to exploit this situation. It's gratifying to see another team struggling. Such events can be very beneficial. There's no room for error as the situation unfolds. Right now, we are in 6th place, which would allow us to avoid the play-in tournament, should we maintain this position. However, one statistic caught my attention, showing a 30% chance of finishing in 7th place, which would lead us to a play-in scenario we'd prefer to avoid. It's interesting to note that even in 6th place, this same source gives us only a 17.7% chance of finishing in that spot. Although we're just one game behind the 5th spot, held by a team that is falling, this same source gives us only a 10% chance. This raises the question of what our actual position will be in the standings as the season progresses. With just 8 games left, expectations are rising as we approach the climax of the season. What lies ahead? I can hardly contain my anxiety. It's the greatest excitement I've felt for a team since the last title won. It's thrilling but also a bit nerve-wracking, and I have some concerns about one player's situation. Share your thoughts, and as soon as I have news about the injury, I'll be here. At the moment, there is no new information, but we should have clarity soon. I'll be back with more updates, and hopefully, they'll be positive. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In a development that has set the NBA world abuzz, rumors are circulating that the Golden State Warriors are actively pursuing the reigning NBA MVP, Nikola Jokic. The Serbian center, known for his unparalleled playmaking skills and ability to dominate both ends of the floor, could be the game-changing piece the Warriors need to reclaim their spot atop the NBA. With his otherworldly basketball IQ and uncanny passing ability, Jokic is an instant fit for the Warriors' fast-paced, ball-sharing offense. But is this just a rumor or something far bigger brewing? Warriors' front office has remained tight-lipped, but whispers from insiders suggest that Golden State is exploring multiple trade scenarios to bring the Joker into the fold. Jokic, who has led the Denver Nuggets to an NBA championship and won back-to-back MVPs, would form an irresistible duo with the Warriors' established superstars, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. This trio would strike fear into opponents and create one of the most potent offenses in NBA history. But the question remains, how far is Golden State willing to go to pull this off? Jokic's unparalleled vision on the court has made him one of the most coveted players in recent NBA history. As a 7-time All-Star and reigning Finals MVP, he has consistently delivered spectacular performances, including a historic stretch in the 2024 season, where he posted back-to-back 40-point games and achieved mind-boggling triple-doubles. His unique skill set, able to both score and facilitate at an elite level, would transform the Warriors' offense in ways never seen before. The potential of a player like Jokic being paired with Curry's shooting and Thompson's perimeter defense has left fans and analysts alike salivating over the possibilities. However, the trade for a player of Jokic's caliber would not come cheap. The Warriors may have to part with several key pieces, including draft assets and perhaps even one of their all-star players. The decision could ultimately hinge on how much Golden State is willing to risk to ensure a championship window for the next several seasons. With Curry's prime years ticking away, this could be their last shot at building a dynasty with such an iconic trio. Stay tuned as the situation unfolds. Will the Golden State Warriors be able to pull off this blockbuster deal, or is this just another high-profile fantasy that fades away? One thing is for sure. The NBA world is watching closely, and the next few weeks could change the course of the league forever. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.